Hi everyone, welcome to Niga Med Guide. Today we will discuss the process of urine formation. The major function of the kidneys is the filtration of blood and formation of urine. In this way, kidneys maintain fluid electrolytes, acid base and pH balance inside the body. Kidneys contain about 1 to 2 million functional units, and the functional unit of a kidney is the nephron. I have already made a detailed lecture video on the anatomy of kidney and the nephron, so I suggest you to first watch these videos for deeper understanding. Let's first have a look on the major parts of the nephron. So this cup-shaped part is the glomerular or Bowman's capsule. This network of capillaries inside the glomerular capsule is the glomerulus. Continuing from the glomerular capsule is the proximal convoluted tubule. Continuing from the proximal convoluted tubule, the next part is the medullary loop or loop of Henle. Continuing from the loop of Henle, the last part is the distal convoluted tubule that is continuous as the collecting ducts. Renal artery that supplies the kidney after entering at the hilum divides into the smaller arteries and arteriole. The afferent arteriole enters in the glomerular capsule and divides into the network of tiny capillaries that is called glomerulus. Now the arteriole that leave the glomerulus is now called as efferent arteriole. This efferent arteriole then divides into the second peritubular capillaries that allow the filtration between the fluid in the tubules and blood in the vessels. Blood eventually drains from these capillaries in the renal vein. Now we will discuss the process of urine formation. There are three processes involved in the urine formation, that are glomerular filtration, reabsorption and tubular secretion. Filtration occurs in the semi-permeable walls of the glomerulus and glomerular capsule. Glomerular filtration is the process by which plasma is filtered from the glomerular capillaries into the glomerular capsule. This is possible because of higher glomerular hydrostatic pressure, that's about 55 mm Hg, and it pushes the fluid from the glomerular capillaries into the glomerular capsule. This pressure is higher because of the large diameter of afferent arteriole as compared to efferent arteriole. This glomerular hydrostatic pressure is opposed by blood osmotic pressure, that is because of plasma proteins. It opposes the filtration and it's about 30 mm Hg. This pressure pushes fluid back from the glomerular capsule inside the glomerular capillaries. Second force that opposes this higher glomerular hydrostatic pressure is the capsular hydrostatic pressure, that's about 15 mm Hg, and it also pushes fluid back from the glomerular capsule into the glomerular capillaries. But in spite of these opposing forces, glomerular hydrostatic pressure is higher enough to allow the filtration of blood from the glomerular capillaries into the glomerular capsule. Water and other small molecules are readily filtered from the glomerular capillaries, but blood cells, which includes red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets, some proteins and drugs are large enough to be filtered from the glomerular capillaries. Volume of filtrate that is formed by both kidneys each minute is called glomerular filtration rate. In healthy adults, this glomerular filtration rate is about 125 milliliter per minute. It means 180 liters of filtrate is formed by both kidneys per minute. But major portion of this filtrate is reabsorbed later, that is the next process of urine formation, only less than 1% means 1 to 1.5 liter of urine is excreted from the human body. Next process in the formation of urine is the selective reabsorption. As kidneys form 180 liters of the filtrate each day, it really doesn't mean that we excrete 180 liters urine a day. This filtrate needs to be reabsorbed in the renal tubules according to the body needs. So, selective reabsorption is the reabsorption of this filtrate back from the nephron into the blood. This mainly occurs in the proximal convoluted tubules, whose walls are lined with microvilli to increase the surface area for reabsorption. Many substances, which includes water, electrolytes, and organic substances such as glucose, are reabsorbed according to the body needs. Only 60 to 70% of the filtrate reaches the medullary loop. In the medullary loop, water, sodium, and chloride are reabsorbed. Only 15 to 20% of the filtrate reaches the distal convoluted tubule. More electrolytes such as sodium is reabsorbed in the distal convoluted tubule. Major function of the collecting duct is to reabsorb as much water as needed by the body. Reabsorption of the nitrogenous waste products, which includes urea, uric acid, and creatinine, is very limited because they are toxic and needs to be excreted from the body. Maximum capacity of the renal tubule to reabsorb substances is called renal threshold or transport maximum. There are some hormones that influence this reabsorption process of the urine formation. These hormones includes parathyroid hormone that is secreted by parathyroid gland. This hormone with calcitonin hormone helps in the maintaining blood calcium level. So when there is low calcium in the blood, means in case of hypocalcemia, this parathyroid hormone is secreted from the parathyroid gland and it increases the reabsorption of calcium from renal tubules into the blood. So in this way, it increases the blood calcium level. But when there is high calcium in the blood, means in case of hypercalcemia, calcitonin is secreted and it decreases the reabsorption of calcium. Means it helps in the excretion of calcium from the body in the urine and helps in the lowering the blood calcium level. Next hormone is the antidiuretic hormone that is secreted from the posterior pituitary gland, an important hormone in the hypovolemic shock. This hormone increases the permeability of the distal convoluted tubules and collecting ducts for the reabsorption of water. It decreases the urine formation. Next hormone is the aldosterone hormone that is secreted from the adrenal cortex. This hormone increases the reabsorption of sodium and increases the excretion of potassium from the blood. Atrial natriuretic peptide hormone is secreted from the atria of the heart in case of high blood volume. This hormone decreases the reabsorption of water and sodium in the proximal convoluted tubules and collecting ducts to decrease the blood volume. Final process in the urine formation is the tubular secretion. There are some substances in the body that are not filtered in the glomerulus and need to be excreted, which may include some drugs and foreign material. Some substances are cleared by secretion from the blood in the peritubular capillaries into the filtrate within the convoluted tubules. So this is tubular secretion. Composition of urine. Urine is clear and amber in color due to the presence of bile pigment, that is urobilin. Its specific gravity is between 1020 and 1030. Its pH is about 6 and the normal range is 4.5 to 8. Its constituents are 96% water, 2% urea, and 2% uric acid, creatinine, ammonia, sodium, potassium, chloride, phosphates, sulfates, and oxalates. Let's summarize the process of urine formation. Urine formation has three processes, which includes filtration, which means filtration of plasma from the blood to the nephron. Reabsorption means reabsorption of filtrate back from the nephron into the blood. Secretion means secretion of toxic substances that are not filtered in the glomerulus from the blood into the nephron. If you found my video helpful, then kindly subscribe, like, and share my channel. Thank you for watching.